Okay, now we hit record. All right, now we are ready to officially go. Sorry. Oh, it's Friday. Thank God it's
Yeah,
Friday. All right, let me share my screen. Am I sharing my screen? No.
I don't see it yet.
Okay, let's get that going. All right, we have a lot of things open. And as everybody knows, I'm sure you have a million things open too, and everywhere.
Looks
So,
about right.
yeah. All right. Okay, so everybody should see my slides, and then we're good to go.
Yes. See you in the slides.
See you in the slides. All right. Well, welcome everyone to All About AI. I'm excited to be here. Donna's obviously excited to be here. We're here to chat with you about obviously AI, which seems to be the buzz all around marketing, sales, anything business related right now and last year. And I think it's just going to keep growing and getting better, and us getting better at utilizing the tools. And when I was thinking about doing this webinar with Donna, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's just so many AI tools out there. I don't even know where to start of which ones I want to share. And I, it's just, I can see how it can be overwhelming. And obviously it's baby steps, and just take the ones that you want to use and really get good at using them, and then move on to some other ones. But really you can incorporate AI into everything you do. It's really, really, I mean, kind of unimaginable about all of the tips and tools and tricks you can use just to help you with your day-to-day tasks, to make them not so unbearable, to make them easier, to just help you get better at your job and your role. Because I really don't think AI is going to replace anybody's job. It's just going to help enhance us get even better at it. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, Donna, but I feel like that's going to be the norm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You're missing out if you're not
Yes,
leveraging some smart AI.
exactly. So obviously, you know who we are. I'm Amy Keenan, the founder of the ISV Society. I do the What's the Buzz chats. I go to all the events. We were just at Acumatica Summit last week, which was so much fun to see everybody and network. And basically, I help ISVs do joint marketing initiatives and get their brand out there, and really help educate and inform them, as well as help them get in front of more partners and customers. So Donna?
Same, been in the ecosystem, the ERP space for a while, and help VARs, ISVs, and some peripheral organizations get better at their marketing and hopefully drive a little bit of traction and get them more deals.
Yeah, that's always good. Okay, so our agenda for today, we're going to briefly go over 6 AI tools. I know it's a lot to cover in 30 minutes, so hopefully we can get through them all. Obviously, this is being recorded, and we'll share the recording later. We'll go over some few tips and tricks, and I know Donison has some must-reads and resources as well. And again, we can share all of this at the end. If you do have any questions or you want to share anything, feel free to put that in the Q&A. If the chat is not disabled for you, you can put it in the chat as well, and we'd love to get your feedback. So with that, I'm going to start with 3 tools that we'll be highlighting today, of things that I just recently started using. I'm still working out the kinks, still deciding whether or not I want to use them or incorporate them into my daily initiatives, but I figured I would share them with you to see if maybe these might be things that you want to utilize as well. So first up, we have clip.fm, and I'm going to show you that as well. So I'm going to be going back and forth from the slides as well as into the tools so you can see them, how they work. But basically what Clip FM does is you will turn podcasts or webinars or any basic video that you have, and it will turn it into a viral type recording, short snippet recording that you can share socially. So what's the cost? Obviously, everybody wants to know the cost, because none of these are free. They do have free trials. Sometimes they have a dumbed down free version, but unfortunately, they're not free. So when you're really thinking about AI tools, it's an investment as well. So you really want to think about which ones you want to invest in to help make your job easier too. So that's the other thing I've been learning as I'm looking at all of these different tools to help with my day-to-day. So what's the process? So you basically need to upload, get a YouTube link. So obviously this video needs to be on YouTube, and then it will create the clips from that. And I'm going to show you, because I did do a few already. So this is clip.fm. So basically you take your YouTube link and you put it in here, and it will take, what's really cool about it is it takes a few minutes to load. And what it will do is it will pick certain parts of that recording and create these little snippets that you see here. So we have a 23-second, a 15, an 18, a 28, and a 41. And basically you can go through and decide which ones you want to use for social. It has the transcript over here as well, which I really liked. Obviously this visual is horrible, which I was like getting nervous when I started doing this. I'm like, well, I'm hoping this is not what it looks like, because obviously that's not going to help. So if you click on edit, that's where you can go and actually change this look, which makes it a lot easier and made me like it a little bit more. There are some issues with dimensions, like I said. This is obviously the best one to use, so it will show everybody side by side. So this video was done in Zoom, and that's how it will show in the video itself. As I mentioned, it transcribes it, it creates everything for you, and you will just export it. You can, what I also liked about it is you can click on the clip, you can also cut out pieces, add pieces of content if you wanted to make it longer or shorter. So this, and then you download it, and then you can use it socially. So it's pretty cool, pretty easy to use. 180 minutes for $99 a month, I believe is what it is. And then if you need to increase your minutes, obviously the monetary amount will increase as well. But I'm going to try this out for a couple of my podcasts and do this webinar and put them on socially, see how it goes. But I really like the ease of use and how quickly you can create these clips, because obviously to do this on your own or to hire somebody or to do a video editing tool, I think would take 10 times as long to do, because you would have to figure out which clips you want to do and listen to the whole thing again and again and clip out. Like, it just feel like this is just that would be such a time suck. So this definitely is a time saver and has pros and cons like any AI tool, but it definitely can get the job done. So I really like this one. All right. Thumbs up for everybody who thinks that's a good one. Maybe they'll try it. Maybe not. I don't know. But
How long does it take? So does it take like minute for minute per,
yeah,
or is there?
To upload the video itself, it takes a few minutes to do that. But after that, it does everything pretty simultaneously. Oh, I got a lot of thumbs up, so thanks.
Nice.
Okay, next one. So let me go back to my slides. Okay. Present again. So clip.fm. And like I said, we'll send all this information to you at the end. So don't feel like you have to write anything down either, unless you just want to write down the name of the app. Okay, next one. We have Perplexity. So basically, Perplexity is kind of like Google on steroids. So you would put something, a question, something you want to learn about, anything that it may be, put it in there, and it spits out all this information to you. I just have the free version right now. I don't think I would ever pay for the paid version, but I don't know why, but my lighting just went really weird. Did you see that? Oh, anyway, I went dark and then light. Okay, so basically it's a chatbot search engine. So I just want to quickly show you that one. So basically you can go in. So this is Perplexity, and like I mentioned, this is the free version, and I don't think I would ever probably expand on anything or pay for anything else. But basically you can ask it anything you want. So what AI tool is best for images, creating images? And then it will spit out that information to you. Which is pretty cool. And then what it does after it spits out all this information, it gives you other resources and tools and things you can use to dive into this topic even more. So it gives you the answer, or at least their answer, what they think it should be. And then it gives you related information at the end you can click on. So that's pretty cool. I really liked this tool. Very easy to use, helps you get information pretty quickly and easily. Okay, so last but not least is Speako. So let me go back, and I'm actually using it right now as we present, and it's going to provide me with my feedback on how I presented to you all today. So it'll be interesting to see, and I'll share. I don't know how it gives you that information, but when it does, I will gladly share it with everybody so that you can see what it does. But it basically is an app that you download from, let me go to my slides again, that you download from if you have a Mac or PC or Android, you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your computer. Obviously, it makes sense to use it on your computer. And so basically, it will track your voice, your speech patterns. It actually tells me how many words per minute I'm saying right now as I'm talking to you. And it gives me a thumbs up if I'm doing well. It's telling me right now to avoid actually as I'm talking to you. So it can be a little bit of a deterrent, I guess, a distraction as you're presenting. But I think you would get used to it as you use it. But it's really cool to see how it gives me this live feedback as I'm presenting to you. And then will also send me some information afterwards, I'm assuming, because again, I'm just trying this right now with you guys. And there is a basic version for which is free, but then there's a pro version as well.
We can
So,
actually see it.
oh,
So
can you?
we can see the little box, which I
Well,
thought was purposeful, which is great, actually.
it's see, there you go. Now you can see it. So there you go. It's telling me in real time what I'm doing wrong, right, whatsoever. And then you guys get to see it as well. So I guess that's good. I don't know.
Very gentle feedback. I like it.
Avoid, I guess. Well, thank you. So yeah, so if you really want to enhance your speaking skills, which I think we all can do, that's like an ongoing thing for everybody. I think anybody that's actually going to be presenting in any way, shape, or form, or even in meetings, it can tell you like if you're, give you feedback from meetings. So it's really cool tool to use, especially when you have a lot of speaking opportunities as well. All right. And last but not least, my tip of the day for you all, because I know we are getting tight on time. So when using ChatGPT, or there's another one I just started using, not sure if anybody else has used it. It's called Bard, which is Google's version of ChatGPT. And I started using that one this week, and I like it. I think I like it even better than ChatGPT, believe it or not. But anyway, I kind of put in the same information in ChatGPT and in Bard and see what I get and see which one I like better. And so far, I've liked what Bard has provided me versus ChatGPT. So as we use ChatGPT, which I'm sure all of us use on a daily, weekly, who knows, everyday basis, can't live without it kind of thing, there are some prompts that can help you get better feedback or better responses or get better content that you're looking for. So these would be the 6 things that I would help say to utilize when you are using those types of AI tools. And again, we'll share these slides, we'll share this with you so you can have all this different information, because these questions are important when you are putting that information in ChatGPT and you want it to spit out the right information to you that you can utilize. So those are my 6 elements of a great prompt. Take it away, Donna. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
All right. Yeah, those were great. I actually use Jasper AI for that. I mean, I use ChatGPT as well, but just because it's kind of ubiquitous these days.
Yeah.
But I love Jasper just for the fact that it has so many different neat little tools and features that you can use. Let's see.
Yeah, there's so many out there. And Haley, for 180 minutes, it's total the video that whatever the video length is, it doesn't matter. I think it's just 180 total minutes that you can utilize in a month for it to be able to create those video clips for you.
Hey, Amy, it's saying that you've disabled screen sharing.
There we go.
Sorry
about that. Okay.
No worries. Working out the kinks. All right. So I already introduced myself, so you guys know who I am, and let's just get right to it. So you talked a little bit about how you figure out which ones you want to use. And so for me, these are the 5 things that I rely on when I'm trying to evaluate a tool, because I could go crazy and devour every tool that I come across. So first and foremost is, how did I become aware of it? Because if it was recommended to me by somebody that's using it, that's one of my first tools that I'm going to go through. That's what happened. I was actually on a meeting and somebody was using it and I fell in love. So how did I find it? The use cases. So is it going to work for me and my team, and by extension my clients? The ROI. So is it going to save me time, money, resources, make better use of the limited hours in the day that I have? Number 4 should really be maybe number 1, because if it's not easy to use, I am going to lose interest so fast. If things are complicated, no way. So I already have a couple of tools that I use because I have to, that are super clunky and unfriendly, and I I dread them. So I don't want to bring anything else to that party. And then cost is always a factor because we don't have unlimited budgets, and I'm a small business. So I definitely have to make sure, like, Jasper is actually a really expensive endeavor for us, but I find that it meets all of the other four. So I was recommended to use it by somebody. It's got great ROI potential. It's very easy to use and got a lot of use cases. So it makes the cut even though it's pricey. So first tool that I'm using here is Firefly's AI. And so it's a note taker. There's a ton of them out there. I've seen it on meetings, and but this one, I just love how it sends the recap afterwards, and it'll tell you, like you can see here, there's so many questions were asked, 19 action items were detected, 23 dates and times, and then it sends you a little meeting overview, which I always find pretty hysterical because in the beginning of the meeting, you're usually just chatting and getting acquainted and waiting for people to join, but you can record, you can transcribe, it summarizes, it analyzes the content. It allows you for doing smart searches if there's something you can't remember, like, oh, I know Gary said this while we were talking, what was that again? And then you can collaborate. So you can have this set up automatically to either just send the summary to yourself or to send to the whole team. And I'm not brave enough right now to send it to the whole team automatically, but I do strategically send those out a little bit. Okay, let's hop into give you a little bit of an example. So it's Fred from Fireflies, and it gives you the notes. This is an actual live meeting. It says you can view the recap, you can share it. You've got those little questions in there. You've got your meeting overview, the link to the complete meeting notes, and then a little bit more about supercharging your meetings. But you can forward this, and the links work. You don't have to give somebody access. It's super easy and user friendly. And I did not look at the price. Like, you get free minutes every month, so it's really interesting and easy to use tool. I highly recommend. Next, we have Munch, which competes with your Clip FM, and I think it's around the same price. And for me, here, it was super simple to set up. It's really just, it's getmunch.com, and you take any of your long form content and throw it in here. It's got to be a public facing link. That's the only caveat, really. And the other thing, I asked you how long Clip FM takes for it to process. And for Munch, it's really minute for minute plus a little bit of time. So maybe like 1.5x. If you've got a 30-minute video, it might take 45 minutes to process and give you the clips. But all you do is get started, create your login, tell it what you want to do, which for me, I did a webinar, and it was, I think, around 40 minutes. But name it, you put a public facing link in there and click generate, and it gets to work. So maybe the bar is in my way. Sorry about that. Okay, so it pulled a bunch of my projects together. No, I seem to have lost it. Well, there's a sample in here. You can check it out on your own, but it sent me my little clips. It sent me 4 options from a client's, oh, here we go, Nomad's test clip. Took a minute to load. This is a client of mine. It put together a clip, and it tells me the competition, what's in there, the actions you can take. It's just really friendly. And I mean, the search volume, it really gives you a nice picture of where you can spend your time. And I think you mentioned, I'm not sure what Clip FM was, but it was around the $40 a month mark, and less if you do the year subscription. All right. So this, I saved the best for last. And this is Durable, which really an unimpressive name. I don't know how they came up with that, but it is a website generator. Now, I don't use it for that, but it will create a complete website, which we're actually going to do now. And sure, I'm going to do it. There we go. Okay, so you can start for free. You're on Durable site, create your website. It says, what bill does do, let's see, life coaching, because I should be doing that, right? And say next. That's where I'm located in beautiful Gurnee. And say something goofy and say generate website. So, and it's chugging a little bit slower than it did when I was doing it by myself, but because I'm on this call, but it starts going through and it picks your colors, it chooses fonts, it does your layout, it creates a logo for you. It does everything for you. And it literally took 2 minutes for it to spin up, and it tells you what it's doing as it goes along. Like I said, I don't use this to do websites because most of my clients have websites of their own already in WordPress or custom coded. But what it does allow you to do is when you're looking at a refresh, perhaps, of a website or a new page or something like that, you can go in here and spin up a really nice mock-up that you can share and get feedback on. Because otherwise, you're doing it real tech in either another tool or Excel or Word. And so here's my website. And this is, get it done. It's got a logo. It's got the banner with links. It's got an about us. It's got the services in the buckets, a little blurb. It pulled together some quotes. It took the time that we were on this call, so under 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
For me, it is crazy. Now, a lot of this, it's all template driven, of course, and it's AI. So you'll want to customize, but if I move this little bar, got a nice big customize. It puts social icons up here, all the key components. But what it really does for me is it allows us to spin up pages that are pretty and laid out how we want them to do, so we can get feedback and they can match what our clients already have. And then we can walk through and edit really simply without having to imagine what the page is going to look like.
So you create landing pages for your clients, and then
Yes.
you use this to create the landing page as a starting point, basically.
Right, as a discussion point. So we'll go on
okay.
here. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Like, okay, right. So for example, we have a client who wants to refresh their homepage and they want to look at their logo and everything else. So we'll throw that in there and start looking at different options and different layouts, and we can drag and drop things and edit. So it's just a really nice collaborative tool, and I didn't have to pay anything for this. So
crazy.
I know it is crazy. So, but it's
I could see it, like if people are rebranding, right? If they want to rebrand their
Absolutely.
website, this could definitely be helpful. Obviously, change pages or update pages, and like you said, create landing pages, because I know as a marketer, everybody's creating landing pages for webinars, for downloadable assets, for events. So it's another great tool to help create them pretty quickly and easily.
It is. And so this was durable. And then, as we mentioned, recommended resources. I pulled together, some of the people that I follow and consume way too much of their content when I'm scrolling on LinkedIn. But this group here, it's an outlier there with the fitness person, but I went on a personal fitness journey this last year. And so I've been consuming a little bit more of that and enjoying the heck out of it. But Neil Patel is a marketing guru. So Jay Schwedelson, you're familiar with him.
I had him on he was on my podcast.
I love him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He does a great podcast of his own that's just hilarious and fun. Yeah, he has. Did you get a sweatshirt? Because
I did. Look,
I have mine downstairs. So we attended their Guru Marketing, which is coming up in October this year. But anyway, these are just great all-up resources that I read at least a couple times a week. And then I couldn't limit myself to just 3 tools because I am me, and I put in Jasper here. But Descript is a great tool if you want to transcribe videos, and then actually you can put hashtags in there to divide them up slide by slide. It's really neat. I'd say take a look at it. Miro whiteboarding tool and mind mapping tool that is super low cost or free for what you want to do. Taplio, LinkedIn automation that is more intelligent and powerful than you can possibly imagine. And testimonial TO is an easy way to get your clients to do testimonials. So it's super simple to use, and you could just send them a link and set them loose.
Yeah, who doesn't want to get testimonials? I mean, that's like
right. Yeah, and that's the hardest part is they're like, oh, what do I say and how do I do it and everything else. This automates the whole thing. So
awesome.
easy peasy.
I
Then
just
I've got
enabled chat for everybody, so I apologize. I'm not sure why I had to do that, but I went in and figured it out. So if you want to put in the chat what your favorite AI tool is, that would be great. And then we can share it with everybody too. So put that in the chat. Your favorite AI tool, if you have one that we didn't list today that you absolutely love to use, we would love to know. And obviously learning from everybody and getting feedback from everybody and seeing what everybody else is using is how we all can learn and figure out which ones we want to use. Like Donna mentioned, all of hers were mostly everybody told her about first before she looked into them. So
exactly.
it's the best way to Haley loves Perplexity. Yay.
That was a new one for me.
Oh,
I love
good.
it.
Yeah, I like it too. Very,
So,
very easy to
so
use.
thanks a lot. Now I have to go.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just so many out there. I mean, how I don't know. I just feel like where do you a lot of I feel like everyone's like, where the heck do I start, you know? Yeah, and Claude is also another great one. Awesome. Thanks, Haley. So I just figure out, hey, what do I really want to work on or focus on, or what things do I want to make better or improve? And then I start with those tools. Obviously, like Donna mentioned, budget's a huge thing for all of us to have to just say, hey, we can't do everything and all the things, like anything in marketing, but that's how you really have to be picky about which tools you use. And then that goes down to what goals you have, what you really want to grow, what you really want to expand, get better at, and all the things. Hillary
Yeah,
also said our alliance team at Tipalti uses custom-made GPT paid version from ChatGPT. They upload specific public-facing content to help us with follow-up, event idea generation, and everything in between. Nice. You might want to try
awesome.
Bard.
I tried Bard initially when it first came out, and it wasn't great. But
No,
maybe
maybe it got
now,
better.
I'm sure it did. They all go through iterations. We know the first pancake's never good.
No.
So, but one thing that I found myself looking for a lot of these folks out here, Adam, Bill, and Enzo Vigo, they do like what my tech stack is. And so I'll scroll through their tech stack and see, and I find things that I'm using all the time. I mean, Canva is, the greatest thing since sliced bread for non-designers like
Right.
me and you. But they'll find things that way, and they usually always talk about how much it costs them because they know we're all entrepreneurs and making our way and trying to save money.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any questions before we wrap it up for our wonderful AI webinar? I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope there's some of these tools you may add to your list of ones to try in your marketing efforts.
Oh, Haley mentioned Copilot.
Yes.
Agree. Completely agree. Love it.
Everybody's competing in the AI space now, so
I know. I know.
it's crazy.
It is crowded, but fascinating.
I'm glad you liked it, Hillary and Heather. I'm glad you got so many ideas. I'm wondering, Donna, like, do we do this quarterly because there's just so many tools out there? We might have new tools in Q2 that we start using and want to share. So we might do this
Yeah.
again. Who knows?
Yeah, I would love to do this again and maybe get a little bit more tactical on, some specific use cases
Yeah.
for people, because you can talk in generalities, but then you're kind of thrown to the wind to go try it out yourself.
Yeah, that's true. And like I said, it's take some time to learn about them to see if it works for your goals and team. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, I tell you.
But I love the constant learning. That's one of the things I love about marketing is that it's a journey that never stops and everything
Yeah,
is
this keeps us
new.
always learning and evolving as well.
Right. I mean,
Keeps us on our toes.
yes, ERP is not the most exciting industry in the world, no disrespect, but this keeps it interesting and fun.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining our webinar today. We truly do appreciate it. We'll get these slides out to you as well as the recording so you have it. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. We love, as you know, we love to chat about all things marketing. So we will help in any way that we can.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, have a great day and great weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.